All right, hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we're jumping into a SIMIC midrange deck today. And this is a deck that came all the way from Japan. It took fourth place in a tournament over there, and I typically try to like build my own or like change things up, but I actually really like the style of deck that this plays. There's lots of 2-ofs and 3-ofs, and you guys know me. I love my 1s, 2s, and 3-ofs. Playing 4 copies of something just kind of feels funky sometimes because it's not enough jank. You're not squeezing in enough jank into the deck, and this deck has all the right amount of jank. And so it's some pretty fun stuff that we're doing here. It's basically all good SIMIC stuff. SIMIC is just really powerful. The colors are awesome. You have the ability to go into full control mode. You have the ability to kind of play big, beefy creatures. Tamiyo's awesome. Nissa is just a good finisher. And this deck is really taking advantage of Torrential Gearhulk in a kind of a cool way where the only spells that we're casting are instant spells. We have Sublime Epiphany, Disruption, Disdainful Stroke, Aether Gust, Negates, Gross Spirals, and so Torrential Gearhulk will be able to get something, one of those ones, consistently. And that's basically the idea of this, is that Torrential Gearhulk is just kind of like a good top end for what SIMIC is already doing. And so it kind of squeezed in 3 copies of Gearhulk in with spells that you already kind of want to be playing, just so that we can be playing them again. And so hopefully I can play this right. I'm not as good at playing like more control-y type of decks and everything, but I wanted to give myself practice as well as just kind of play out a deck. And so we're actually going to play best of 3 today with this deck, because it also has a pretty sweet sideboard as well here, and I feel like playing something different. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, we have Aether Gust. It's kind of a situational card. I'm kind of thinking we mulligan this, which is sad because we have lots of good things. But yeah, I think we mulligan. Ooh, that's worse. If we find the land, we get the Gross Spiral into Uro, into everything. Like, this is, if you ever keep a 1-land hand, this is one of those hands that you keep. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I guess you drop Sublime Epiphany. I know, but we're on the draw, so we have 2 chances to draw into a land. Oh, that's not it. Oh no. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Rift Sweeper, but we're playing best of 3 now, so it's not all on the line right now. Yeah, we're totally screwed. Scrapboot Scrounger. In fact, we may even scoop early just to like have a little bit of advantage of knowing what they're playing. All right, we missed the land. 2 draws to find it with how many lands in this deck? Probably a lot and a half. All right, is this Mardu Vehicles? Priest of Forgotten Gods. All right. Well, we found the land. We're basically dead, right? We'll take one more turn. Midnight Reaper. They've got it all. Now they can draw a bunch of cards with Priest of Forgotten Gods. We do have Brazen Borrower to turn on here as well if we wanted to. Like we could bounce the Scrapboot Scrounger. They may sacrifice something already anyway, but they probably lose the Bomat Courier because of it. That doesn't get us up to having lands. So I think we still do it. Slow down the clock a little bit. Give us like one more turn to kind of see what else they're playing. All right, yeah, no, not a 3rd land. We concede. And go to sideboarding. All right, so in sideboarding, let's see here. Let's bring it. Narset can actually be pretty good against Priest of Forgotten Gods. Aether Gust is a little bit weaker. Maybe we bring in like Mystical Disputes instead. All right, so we bring in Grafdigger's Cage, I believe. We trim out 2 Aether Gusts, bring in 1 Narset. Reclamation Shade, I'm not sure is too powerful here. I'm trying to think of like what enchantments. They did have artifacts though. They did have Scrap Heat Scroungers and things like that we can kill with it. So like that actually would be really nice if we can kill one of those. Let's trim. Let's go down the last Aether Gust. The real issues are a black mana. Let's go down one Growth Spiral maybe. Or Nissa. Let's trim one Shark Typhoon. There we go. What's up, chat? How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, getting started. Playing some best of 3 is always fun. All right, Rift Sweeper. I'm so used to reading the name first as I first come into a gameplay, but we've already played against this guy. Nothing new. Keeping this because we have good curve. It's not exactly the pieces that we're wanting. Thoughtseize takes away our good curve. Scrap Heat Scrounger, yeah, is probably the better play. Pass the turn. Bowmat Courier. And Calls of Familiar. Okay, so they do have the Familiar, so Reclamation Sage is worthwhile. Burrow. Draw a card. Get some ramp on. Potentially a Nissa next turn, which is really nice. Channel the land floods from this. Yeah, land floods from this weekend. Seriously, yesterday I had so much floodedness. It was insane. I think I might want to go for the Shark Typhoon. There's something we could do where I can go Growth Spiral into a 1/1 Shark Typhoon, which could be interesting. Hydrocrasis just as a 2/2 isn't the worst play here either, especially if it does find us a land to play. It could be pretty nice. I think we probably, I'm going to go for the Hydrocrasis. They're holding up 2 mana. They probably have removal. All right, and we find the land, which is good, very very good. Fast turn. All right, a braid, cool. Fast turn. Okay, down to 18. Crack the Field of Passage. Grab a Forest. Holding up a lot of mana. All right, so play Nissa. How many cards is Graveyard? We could hold up Sublime Epiphany right now as well. Let's go Nissa. So we have 4 mana available to us. Let's go ahead and tick up on... We already have 1 blue. We're not going to get to Sublime Epiphany, so I guess we untap with the Forest. So that way we can hold up the Shark Typhoon. Oh, actually, this takes 2 blue, doesn't it? We can make a 1/1 or a 2/2. Let's go ahead and go for the Breeding Pool. All right, attack in. Pass the turn. We also, next turn, if we get to untap with Nissa, we get Shark Typhoon into Growth Spiral. And we'll just play that out as is. And actually, we get to untap and potentially go Sublime Epiphany, I think, as well. All right, Mayhem Devil. Yeah, Bowmat Courier is so good in this deck. All right, so they have Fable Passage. So if we block with Breeding Pool, we lose something. They're just attacking face. So I think what we do is we go for the Shark Typhoon for another blocker here. And there's Grafdigger's Cage, which is really nice. All right, if they're sending their attacks at the shark, I'm actually pretty okay with this. Discard 3, gain 4. Yeah, we'll go ahead and force that. Sacrifices, still kills the shark. Down to 17, which is oven. Crap. That's not good. Torrential Gear Hulk. All right, we have 0 instants in the graveyard. All right, but we have Sublime Epiphany, which you can do some pretty fun stuff with. All right, so let's go. First off, Grafdigger's Cage. Sacks the Cauldron Familiar, gets it back. Does it to face. Okay. I was thinking we could go ahead and use Sublime Epiphany now, but we will wait for it. Bouncing the Mayhem Devil could be nice right now. But we'll wait till we can counter something as well. All right, opponent scoops it up, yep. Yeah, we're just really, really far ahead at this point. That's fine, going on to the next match. Narset, I'm not positive we want it in this one, actually. Game number 3. We do have 2 lands. We have double Grafdigger's Cage to Growth Spiral. Yeah, we'll keep this. We're on the draw, so if we find another land, this is Beautimus. Bomat Courier. All right, not another land. If we find a blue source next, it'd be nice to kind of hold this up. But yeah, I think we have to play it out. All right. Ruins, pass the turn. Thoughtseize. We have double Grafdigger's Cage, so taking... Do they have double Thoughtseize for this? Interesting. Well, we find a land, so now we go island... Or sorry, forest, Growth Spiral. We do this main phase so that we can play out the Grafdigger's Cage. Just get it on board. Pass the turn. We've seen that they have a Braid in the deck as well. Scrappy Scrounger. Okay. Alright, Scavenging Ooze. Okay, pass the turn. Like, I know they're not going to play any Disdainful Strokes. We don't really have anything to hit target with Scavenging Ooze, so maybe playing out the other one would be better. In fact, we might just trade off with the Scrappy Scrounger here. I guess just in case, we go ahead and take their Thoughtseize. Just in case they're playing like Arcanist or something like that. Mayhem Devla. Alright, 2 creatures in the graveyard. Scrappy Scrounger, or yeah, Scavenging Ooze, excuse me. Okay, grab that. It doesn't matter because Grafdigger's Cage won't let it come back anyway, but we're just going to grow before Mayhem Devil gets to do too much more. Claim the Firstborn is the only issue. So pass the turn. Opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Up against Scamper. Yeah, absolutely keep this. That would be you. Okay. Breeding pool, tap, pass the turn. All right, we're just gonna hold up the disruption and then go into Uro. Aspirant, okay, yeah, lots of counters. Is this gonna be Selesnya or Golgari? Or as whatever, I can't think of it right now. Pass the turn. Abzan? There it is, Abzan. Certainly not working and watching. Never. Me either. Pelt collector. Well, play something else? No, alright. Well, that's awkward. We can hold up Growth Spiral and Disruption now, which might be a little bit better than the Uro. Pass the turn. Shocks it in. Conjurant. All right, so Growth Spiral. Play out the Sure, Forest. Disruption. Do not grow the Pelt Collectors. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. We said nope. Another disruption. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle the library first. So we have Nissa into Scavenging Ooze or Disruption. Yeah, let's do that.
It's a strange and magnificent world. The land fights for us.
Could also just play Scavenging Ooze. There's one creature in the graveyard for that. We'd have to trade off anyway. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. Shocks it in. Constrictor. It's not the bestest for us. All right, so they kill Nissa if we counter this. If we don't counter it, can we handle it? It's going to go up to be a 4/4. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Oh, and they get the growth anyway, and they have trample. Yeah, so I should have countered it. I forgot about the Pelt Collectors growing there. So yeah, Nissa's dead. Dude, this is a really explosive deck. I don't think there's a way that we can come back here. Not without removal for this. And like we don't have our Brazen Borrower to get that. So yeah. Well, let's go to sideboard. It's kind of nice being able to like jump into sideboard quicklier. All right, we're gonna bring in Gargaroths. Let's see here. Aether Gust seems really nice. There are some color spells that doesn't really matter though here. So what do we trim? Probably one Scavenging Ooze. Reclamation Shade seems really powerful here. Yeah, maybe it's just both Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze could be nice because if we get enough creatures in the graveyard, it can just keep growing and growing. But I think it's better to try to just make sure that we get certain pieces down first. So yeah, drop the Scavenging Ooze. Yeah, Secret Lair drops are interesting to me. I don't buy singles in general. That's just like a rule that I gave to myself. All right, Reclamation Sage, Uro. This isn't a bad hand, but it's not really great against what we're playing. We just kind of have to hope that we can hit a snake. We don't have answers for much of anything, but it's not a mulligan hand. That's the turn. A Triome, pass turn. Conclave Mentor. Yep. This might just be kind of a bad matchup for us. Do I? Yeah, I guess we pay 2 and gain 3. All right. Uro. Pass the turn. If we can get up to the Torrential Gearhulk, it is big enough to potentially do some good amount of damage. Yikes. Lots of ramp, lots of power. Down to 11. All right, so we have Nissa, Growth Spiral. We'll have to just chump block and get attention away from our face. Go for an island so we can end up turning on Gearhulk as well. All right, Forest. Nissa.
Through this land, we are
Untap, Breeding Pool.
harness the elements.
Pass the turn. Dude, this deck is super explosive. 4 colors humans deck? Yeah, send it my way. Vivian. Crap.
Nature will take
Dude, that's so good with this.
belongs to it.
All right. Well, they're gonna kill Nissa, right?
Bite.
Hit us for 4. They could just go in. Actually, do they have lethal? They have lethal right now. They just barely miss lethal. All right.
I must seek comfort in the land.
Torrential Gearhulk is intriguing. What do we have in the graveyard? We could also just play Uro out. Gain 3 life, go up to 11, have a 6/6. They put counters onto 2 things. They each become 6/6s. But that way we can at least trade off with something and survive. And potentially find like something else to play here.
I cannot protect you anymore.
Oh yeah, okay. That's cool. We're done here. Dude, that deck is looking real good. Yeah, sure. We'll keep this hand. I actually like the temple here. Torrential Gearhulk. Seems a little slow. What's up, Jan? Dude, I'm doing good today. Life is great. All right, pass the turn. Hold up, disruption, or negate. Buys the Yorion. I guess this is going to be playing a little bit slow, isn't it? Do I want to draw? No. Let's go. Yorion. So this is definitely going to be like what's it called? A Panharmonicon deck. So I guess we play out the Triome and hold up counter again. Pass the turn. Alright, play out Scavenging Ooze, hold up counters. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's fine. Consign to Oblivion. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Negate or Disruption? You don't get many opportunities to use Disruption well, and there's probably going to be other targets for Negate, so... Yep, counter that. Let's go Scavenging Ooze. Do I want to shock this in? I don't think so. Unless we went for like a Shark Typhoon, but yeah, I think it's fine. Pass the turn. No creatures, right? Okay. All right, Bedazzle. All right, interesting card. We could actually Aether Gust this instead, but yeah, counter that. Guess now we can't. Draw our card for turn. Attack in. Yep. Down to 18. What is this? Is this like Combustible Gear Hulk? They have a bunch of really expensive cards. Okay, Aether Gust. Put it on top. What does this do again? Each opponent sacrifices a creature, planeswalker, then discards a card. You return a creature, planeswalker from the graveyard. They didn't have anything, so that's something at least. It looks like they're doing some sort of shenanigans though, so we're just gonna exile stuff while we can. Reclamation Sage. Let's just go Hydra Crisis. Maybe Growth Spirals first. Alright, attack in. You're gonna make us sacrifice something and draw a card. We can go Shark Typhoon X3, but we can also just go Hydra Crisis X3 and maybe get something else out of that. Let's try this. Guess I could have gone X2 and tried to get something else. Oh well. Fast turn. All right, resolve. So sacrifice a creature, planeswalker, sacrifice the ooze. Discard, I guess, Reclamation Sage. Or Growth Spiral. I think I'm probably just going to try to play out the Shark Typhoon on the next turn. So maybe having Growth Spiral is nice just to have something to play here. So drop the Reclamation Sage. We haven't seen anything to target with that yet. Sublime Epiphany. All right, never mind. We're holding that up this time. Although it'd be nice to get out Shark Typhoon and then hold it up. But they keep doing really janky shenanigans, so... let's play out the Shark Typhoon. Get more modes on Sublime Epiphany. All right, Nicol Bolas. Yeah, should have held up Sublime Epiphany, apparently. How big is this? 9/9?
I have foreseen your demise.
Nissa is interesting. That also creates a shark. Can we also hold up Sublime Epiphany with that? I don't think we'll have enough. I think it's still the best play. All right, so Nissa.
Power surges through these lands.
Just go Temple, I guess.
The land shall conquer you.
We could also just go face and press lethal. What do they have here? So they have 2 cards in hand, so they can Yori on this, get reset its loyalty anyway. -4 deals 7 damage to target opponent, creature, or planeswalker. So they can kill something. -12 is annoying. I think we actually just send this at face. They use it once. Yorion can reset it. I think we just kind of pressure the damage. So yeah, they probably -4, kill Nissa, Yorion, reset it, have a blocker. Then we can Sublime Epiphany, bounce the Yorion, and swing in for victory.
The land will not
God
succeed.
Pharaoh deals death as he pleases.
They may have an extra spell here too. That's the only issue. All right, so they have a Braid. That's annoying. We still have lethal if they use Yorion here. All right, so Yorion. Bounce Nikki B.
A tactical retreat is in order.
All right, sweet.
Rejoice, for your
Oh, I'm glad we hit a land there. I just realized we didn't actually have the 6 mana. that would have been bad. All right, return, copy, and draw a card. So return non-permanent. Copy this one, and we draw a card. And we create a 6/6, and now we get to swing in for victory. Please don't have a Braid. All right, sweet. Nice. All right, up against this deck, Mystical Dispute comes in. Another negate, Narset, potentially. I think we trim down the Aether Gust. I'd rather just have Mystical Disputes and actually counter the stuff. Disdainful Stroke seems really powerful. Maybe 1 Scavenging Ooze down. Okay, we didn't see anything for Reclamation Sage, so we can bring out 2 of those and bring in Narsets, I think. Hopefully that's the right play. Not an amazing hand. We have to play Triome to be able to get Narset on turn 3, but Narset is good here, and they played rather slow last time. So let's go ahead and try this out. Keep it. Triome. They probably are bringing in Mystical Disputes as well, so we're just gonna have to hope that they don't really run into those. That's a pretty good curve though. Okay, Vantress, Scavenging Ooze, pass the turn. All right, so they go for removal now instead. I'm fine with that. Now we go for Narset.
Mind and body should move. I have just the trick for this.
Probably, yeah, I guess hold up Disdainful Stroke. Just to have it in hand is really nice. Agonizing Remorse, takes Tameo. Now we get to hold up Growth Spiral and Disdainful Stroke. That's nice.
Meditate and prepare.
So I can actually use Mystical Dispute this turn. Sublime Epiphany, we don't even have lands to get to it. Yeah, I guess we go ahead and grab that. Pass the turn. Okay, Growth Spiral. Draw a card, put out Temple of Mystery. Now we can hold up Torrential Gear Hulk, which is really nice. No, I don't think we need 7 lands really ever. Krasis is nice. Pass the turn. Yeah, Mystical Dispute. Counter you. This also gets Mystical Dispute in the graveyard for us. Uro. Okay, pass turn. Nissa. So we can Nissa and Uro. It's a lot of advantage. They are holding up 5 mana. Let's pass the turn one more time. I'd like to get to where we can hold up like Disdainful Stroke and play that. All right, now we'll just Torrential Gearhulk, Mystical Dispute. If we can keep them off of their card draw, we might just get advantage there as well. Okay, opponent soups up. There we go. Sweet. Not too shabby. 2 lands. We're on the draw. Both lands are slow. I think we got a mulligan. Like, everything is good in the hand. We have Scavenging Ooze on turn 3 and potentially Uro. We'll mulligan. All right, that's a better hand. That is definitely a better hand. We'll drop a land, I believe. And try to get to the Tamiyo. Riz of the Redeemed. Reading Pool tap, pass turn. Amara. I think I'm gonna play out Scavenging Ooze just as a blocker here. Over Gross Spiral, Uro, or anything. Mox Amber. So they want... So this is the Kethis combo. They want stuff in the graveyard. And so Scavenging Ooze is actually going to be really useful here. So we take it down to 17. Aether Gust is also interesting. Yeah, I think we hold up Aether Gust and Gross Spiral. And Scavenging Ooze trigger. Pass the turn. A lot of tokens. Shocks it in. Yeah, just slow him down a smidge. This could just be a Selesnya, I guess. No creatures in the graveyard. Fine. Yeah, it gets into the token, which is not the best when Riz is out there and they're ramping up. That's my turn. Disruption. I think we actually need to play it out as a land. Are we just going for Gross Spiral or should I go for the Uro? I'd probably better just go for Uro here. We don't get to hold up this, but they actually can play around it pretty well. So yeah, just play Uro. We get a land. Tapped. Not going to go for the Scavenging Ooze to shock here. There's nothing we know we're going to be able to target. Pass the turn. Oh my gosh. Alright. That's bad. Next turn we potentially have Sublime Epiphany. We probably just got to trade off with Amara now. Hope that we find some other stuff. All right, yeah, Amara. So this is not Kethis combo. At least I don't think so. Tamiyo. We have to choose non-land card names, unfortunately, with Tamiyo. We can fill the graveyard so that Uro can come back, and that's at least something we can do. We can look for Nissa as well. It just dies immediately to Questing Beast is the issue. But I mean, we have nothing else we're doing. All right, so play Tamiyo.
Like the phases of the moon.
Tick up.
And to the library.
Aether Gust could also be interesting. Brazen Bar. Let's go Nissa though. That's the one issue of having a lot of This is Nissa that shakes the world, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, well, we have some Uros going. So we have to send 2 creatures at Tamio, questing beast in. You get to kill the Tamio. They're 1 land away from being able to create extra copies each turn with Riz. Down to 7.
I have learned all I
Tamio down. All right, so we have Aether Gust in here. We can also go Torrential Gear Hulk and Aether Gust. If we found the right land. That's not it. Crap. Forest gives us... That gives us a chance to use Growth Spiral as well, at least. Sure. Okay. Play Uro. Keep Aether Gust. We go... all of these.
This study is over.
We know that they have the land for Riz. That's the turn. Gideon Blackblade. So they probably give Indestructible to the Yasharn. That's what I would do.
In our righteous cause.
Man, that's annoying. Oh, they give it to... Yeah, I was going to block the Yasharn for sure. If they only attack with Questing Beast, that's something else, but... Alright, Growth Spiral. Let's see what we draw. Angeland Harbor. Alright, what do we have in the graveyard here? Alright, we take 7. Can we take 7? Gear Hulk plus Aether Gust gives us some interesting plays on the next turn. But if we're down to 3 life, that doesn't help us very much at all. I think we need another blocker still anyway. Sure. We're basically hoping for a miracle anyway here. They just got a really good start and we were a little bit too slow. I should have traded off with the Amara right away. Man, if we can survive the next turn, Gear Hulk and Sublime Epiphany is awesome. If we don't, then that's not very good. Alright, pass the turn. Gideon's also a 4/4 attacker. We're going to try to do some mind tricks, though. Just try to see if they'll go for another little bit here.
Share in my light.
Yeah, this still isn't enough. So yeah, we can block these 2, but then we died to the 3, so that's cool. Alright, go into game 2. What do we bring in now? So Aether Gust seems really powerful. Gargaroth just for the trample might be pretty nice. I think we bring out Negate. Disdainful Stroke does hit a few things, but it's not going to be very consistent. We might want to bring in Graphicar's Cage as well. We never saw black mana, did we? Did you guys ever see black mana in there? Or was it just straight up Selesnya? If it's Kethis, we want to use this. If not, I think we kind of run it back. Drop 1 Shark Typhoon. Maybe Reclamation Sage. Yeah, one Reclamation Sage, one Shark. Yeah, sure. Okay. Shark Typhoons are such good cards that I hate getting rid of them. But I don't utilize them correctly typically anyway. So there's that. All right, play first. Yeah, we need lands, mulligan. Okay, we need less lands now. Guess we'll keep it. And hold on to this. I guess we drop Hinterland Harbor. Yeah, we have two Krasis in the deck. All right, they're playing at least somewhat slow. Oh, we're gonna play even slower. Perfect. Yes. We have our turn 4 play though. Better watch out. Oh, they've got nothing? What? Yeah, I guess play this out. Cycling that might have been nice as well, but I think that now we're just trying to get up to our 6 mana and start doing Trench Gear whole crazy things.
I am here to aid in the assault.
6 up.
I believe in you.
Aether Gust. That could be nice to play, but let's go ahead and go for Krasis. Start pressuring the Gideon. There's the 6th land. All right. So yeah, we want to Aether Gust something next turn so that we can use Trench Gear Hulk and potentially get something else as well. Questing Beast. That's a good something to get.
Prepare for battle.
No blocks. Take our beats. Down to 13. Disruptions could be good. We'll see how it goes. All right, so target Blackblade. Pass the turn. We could, we might even be able to counter the Questing Beast if we do this at the right time. The Gianni. All right, well, we'll just counter that instead. All right, pretty good turn. Not the shabbiest. Okay, target Gideon. He forgot to attack with Gideon as well. I just realized that. All right, pass the turn.
Not on my watch.
All right, if we have a chance to counter something, Sublime Epiphany instead. We don't really get to target anything here. Actually, wait. We can just Aether Gust or the Jirari, right? So yeah, Torrential Gear Hulk. Disruption, just straight up counter it. Now we have a blocker for the Gideon.
I will lend you my strength.
Ooze. Okay, so Fabled Passage. You go there. You go face.
Retreat.
We'll go ahead and cycle this or crack this now just so we can hold up Epiphany. Well, lack. Pass the turn. All right, and now we have a really fast clock. And it'll get even quicker. Imada. Yeah, so we just go Sublime Epiphany. So counter target spell, return, copy, do everything. So bounce this. Copy Gear Hulk, draw a card. All right, so then we copy Sublime Epiphany. Copy a target and draw a card. I think that's all that we do, right? And we'll decline. Alrighty, not a bad turn. Alright, play out Castle Vantress, plays Scavenging Ooze. We swing in for a bunch and a half. We have tons of targets for Scavenging Ooze as well. And opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Alright, so that's how our deck is supposed to run. Sweet. Very, very nice. Reclamation Sage could be nice to hit the Mox Amber, but that's what this deck looks like. It's just a lot of legendaries to turn on Mox Amber. That also causes some plays to not be as good. Yeah, that was a decent epiphany. It was aight, you know. Oh, that's true. I guess it could have returned Crisis, huh? I forgot about that. Yeah, that would have been really good, actually, to do that. What's up, Judge Not? Welcome. Dude, I'm doing very well, man. Life is great. It's good. One land hands. Yeah, I mean, we can keep this. This isn't the worst for this matchup. Technically, we don't want to thin the deck right now, but I think I'd rather have a Reclamation Sage on turn 3. If it does hit Mox Amber, it's pretty nice. Raise the redeem. All right. All right, Hinterland Harbor, pass the turn. They might just activate the Riz the Redeem. All right, Mox Amber, Heal. Now they have 4 manas. And now please play Questing Beast. Does nothing. We could Aether Gust that. We could hold up Disdainful Stroke the next turn. We can play out Reclamation Sage as well. We're debating if it's worthwhile to just go ahead and do this, or maybe just cycle. Because that shuts down Mox Amber. They get to create a token, so let's go ahead and do this. Force them to try to create a token now. Puts it to the bottom. Okay, Reclamation Sage, shut off your mana a little bit more. So now you don't have double mana of anything. They could have another one in hand, I guess, because it's legendary anyway, but... Baffling End, okay. Baffling End is actually pretty good for us with our Sublime Epiphany. Alright, we'll pay the 2 for the Shark Typhoon. Try to get something with the Disdainful Stroke, though. We're going to take our beats here. Alright, and then we'll do this. Okay, Scavenging Ooze. Swing in. Down to 18, pass the turn. Growth Spiral or... Let's see, do we have any creatures? No, okay. Growth Spiral. Gearhulk, or actually just play out the Shark Typhoon. That's a little bit tempting. We have Aether Gust held up. Yeah, we should hold off on it. I guess attacking with both, right? Got a 14, pass the turn. Still hasn't found a land. Man, that actually is really rough. I think we just go for value then. Let's go Gearhulk. Growth Spiral? Yeah, it's just like... We could even like bounce the token so we can guarantee get in for damage. Yeah. Gearhulk smash. Got him.